first off, everyone who uses any of the systems, I know a lot more came up. You should have received some type of notification from any of your mass email marketing systems that Google and Yahoo announced a new sender requirement that they started enforcing as of February of this year. So I'm bringing this up because many of you may not have realized it. A lot of these messages go into your own unfocused or spam boxes in your emails. A lot of the email platforms were smart. So if you logged into Constant Contact or MailChimp or Klaviyo, they had a big alert bar inside there. But I know a lot of people don't always read all their alerts. So it's my job to remind you that this is extremely important because essentially, and I grabbed this, I just blocked out my client's information. This is the one that you might have seen from Constant Contact. They're explaining that, we've changed your address from what it was to meet in these requirements. So what they've now had to do is, because basically one of the reasons I drink the Klaviyo Kool-Aid early, and yes, because I'm a Shopify partner, so that's one of the reasons, and it does play really well, so thank you for that, Chad, is that I had dedicated sending domains early. So a dedicated sending domain was one of my big reasons, because when I'm B2B, what happens is my emails oftentimes might fall into, spam, because I didn't send from Technology Therapy. I was sending from Constant Contact or another domain. So you'll see that this is what this requirement is. Now, basically, what this means is that you can actually make sure that when it appears in the inboxes of your customers, if you don't connect it to your URL, your domain, your web address, then Constant Contact's explaining that they're using it on shared, and they're probably varying this for multiple accounts. Okay. So this was the option you really should do is, self-authenticate your own domain. This is super important. If you have not done this, please make sure you're doing this. And those of you who mentioned some of the others in the chat, make sure you're checking in. I'm not sure if Wix has done this. I know a couple of you put a whole bunch of others in there that I haven't seen. HubSpot's been doing this for a very long time. So this one I grabbed from MailChimp because I figured those would be my two big ones for today. So this is what it looks like. So what this is again, me just reminding you that you need a dedicated website. And this is the screen grab from MailChimp's support page, your website, right? And you can see this is an example of at technologytherapy.com. Sometimes, by the way, for those of you, you may buy another domain and send emails through that if you want something shorter, but just make sure you forward those to your main domain. Those of you who have a Google business-based email, do remember you can put aliases. So, but this is where I know this gets into really technical stuff, and I apologize. So this is where when you had to set up your actual domain, so when you transferred it or you set it up with GoDaddy or you put it into your Wix, there's something called domain name server, so DNS. And that is where you go in and you put some of these information. Now, you'll see here I wrote it. You'll need to update this domain. This isn't going to be something you totally understand. It's all routing things around the internet. For any of the geeks, I saw some techie people sign up today, and I love when my IT people are here. So, this is really the hub of where you're saying, when it's this, go here, when it's that, go there. So I know you're not going to really understand this, and I just want to make sure that you check it. You maybe get on support with your email provider and make sure this gets done, because this is extremely important for deliverability.